opened in 2001. It lies on the same site and retains the name of the city's beloved former stadium. We're here at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. A lot of people had this game circled this week. Two of the best teams so far squaring off here in Week 5. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Straight to the air they go. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. Trying to find Brock Bowers. And it sets up 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of him.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Here's a throw. Oh, he nearly starts the game off with a pick. Just couldn't hang on to it. Good defensive play, though, regardless. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he's touchdown after a nice pickup there to get the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Slot man motioned over. Play action on 1st down. He's throwing deep to the left side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now it's 2nd down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Brought in inside the 20. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, headed right. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Receivers running the ball, well, that's become commonplace in the NFL now, and that includes down here in the red zone. In close, a lot less space to work with. You really love your most elusive players to get their hands on the...
And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Raiders finish up an excellent opening series. Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. He's going to field this at the 2. And this drive will start inside the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. Offense in the hurry up here. Shotgun snap to Nix. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Jacorian Bennett there for the tackle.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earned some momentum.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Nix from the gun. Oh, try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Jeremy Chin has got it. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Just tried a little bit too hard to get that 3rd down conversion. Brock wanted so badly to keep that opening series going, and that one cost him.
Yeah, I think it's less, Kate, in this case about the throw and much more about crediting the defense who was ready and willing to be opportunistic, not just knock that ball away.
Yeah.
They wanted to take advantage of that opportunity, and they jumped on it.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. Returnable from the 2. They get to him before that return can amount to much, just beyond the 15-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back to the air, Nix after the pick. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Again on 2nd and 10, Nix. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Woo! Yeah, I am not sure we didn't see a safety right there. Oh, my gosh. I don't think I'm the only one nervous in the building because that QB kept going back and back and was heading right for disaster, but saved himself just a couple yards short.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. From his own end zone on 3rd and long. That finds Vele complete. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Let's go now. They send a receiver in motion right. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Jeremy Chin there on the stop. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. Out of the gun, it's Nix. That's complete to Dobbins. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Dobbins on first and goal. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
8 yards to go as they get set on second and goal.
Viking 18! 7 Pirates! 7 Pirates! Hut, hut.
Pressure coming for Nix. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Jeremy Chin has got it. And the Raiders get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Now that right there, that is rising to the occasion in the red zone, partner. Could have saved 3 points there, heck, maybe twice that with that interception.
You know, these defenders, they're willing to bend and bend. These offenses are so good in this league, and they know how critical the red zone is. And when you get an interception like that, you just break. You break the will of that offense and the confidence, and those are big time. You're right. Put some points on the board for that defense with that effort.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
First and 10, looking to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Got it. Ready?
Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter.
70 range. 70 range. Come on. Come on. Set. Go.
Play action with Nix. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's the end of the first. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They'll try to attack this deficit, starting with first and 10. Finds a seam down the middle. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos parlay the interception into points. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Fields the hard squib kick. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got first down from the 31. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it'll be second down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. Well, no look on his first look at the game. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He'll look to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. Wow, tremendous punt here. This one's looking great, angling towards the sideline. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun here. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Nix with it on 1st. The throw finds Evan Ingram. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st. Nix. Pass taken in by Sutton. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Broncos can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Well, I'm fairly certain he left his leg up there just an extra half second to try to draw the flag, but hey, you still got to be able to avoid running into him if you're the defender.
You know, Kate, you make a great point. And I've always wondered what these kickers and punters do in their meetings. I think they do that. They put on a pretty good show so they could draw a penalty, too.
And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Throwing from the gun. This has been a trend, yet another interception. The rookie from Texas comes up with it. And the Broncos get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
When he gets it forward, it's still about a yard out of that. That was Tyree Wilson in on the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Nix to throw. deep down the right sideline. It's his running back making the catch. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
That one goes for 25 yards. And that's good for a Raiders first.
19, 70 Lions. 79 Broncos.
Throwing off the play fake here. He's got Bowers working the sideline. And he's able to get this down to the 13. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he turns a little room to work into a gain down to the 9. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
He's got a man left. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
60 Lions. 19 Lions. Let's 19.
Pass play coming here. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown. The Raiders earn the chance to tie before halftime. Carlson's extra point is good. And the Raiders tie this game at 21. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
7 Pirates. Here we go. 70 range. Check over.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escapes the pocket. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Raiders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
Caught. Trey Tucker makes the play. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 1 play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They'll throw on 1st. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's a Vegas first down. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. This ball's cut by Bowers. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Let's go now. 18, run. 18, run.
From the red zone now. He has the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Finds a man, Adam Troutman has it. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
He's on the move. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here comes the final play of our first half.
19, tight, 19. Get it.
Throwing it just before halftime. He lets a heater go deep. Middle brought in inside the 20. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Come 19. Let's go.
Nix off the play action. He's loaded another one up. He's got it inside the 25. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Come on, set it.
Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Working quickly here. Dobbins. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. He couldn't get anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on...
Touchdown, Denver! Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos tie us up 28-all. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Complete here to Bowers. This is ahead for about 5. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and just 2 to go. Back now, pressure on its way. Complete beyond the marker. Here he goes again. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Putting a receiver in motion. 1st down from the red zone. And this will be a Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders grab the lead on their 1st series of the half. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. Carlson now to add 1 more. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
79 Broncos. Here we go.
Play action with Nix. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 18 Pioneer. 19 White.
Again on 2nd and 10, Nix. He puts some power on a deep one. That's complete inside the 35. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Cut by Sutton. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos can tie it up after hitting Pater in the 3rd. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Broncos get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, no matter the outcome today, partner, I think we can all agree it's been very exciting watching him throw the ball. He's found the end zone 4 times, but he's now given it away 3 times as well.
Yeah, if you were a golfer, his scorecard would be fascinating because a bunch of birdies, but these bogeys and double bogeys he's got to eliminate. Yeah. It's really been high risk, high reward through the air. And you never want to slow a quarterback down in that production he's found with his aggressiveness, but you've also got to find a way to turn that governor on, take a little less risk, and take care of that football.
The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
Ready up.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Get up. Track at 60. Get up.
Shotgun snap to Nix. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos parlay the interception into points. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he'll go down after fighting his way into the 32. Offense up to the line fast. Back-to-back carries here. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. He has the 1st over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Raiders 1st.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Raiders football, and they'll get to work, coming into the quarter trailing. New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st down, they'll run. Has a lane inside the 35. And he's taken down just in time at the 2. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal. Back to the well again. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. Another carry for him. And he's in for the touchdown. The Raiders now trailed by just a point in the fourth. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 22 on second down. Buys time, rolling right. And they pick him off again. Jeremy Chin has got it. And the Raiders have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long. But throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
2nd and 8. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked off Brandon Jones. And the Broncos take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Let's go now. 19 tight. 19 tight.
He'll throw it from his own end zone. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Pretty easy to see here. He just simply takes off before he gets full possession, and that is a drop. It's kind of like when a receiver gets a handoff. You got to secure the ball first before you can make anything else happen.
Again, he's got room. Cortland Sutton. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Running for it with Dobbins. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Buying some time right. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take a 4th quarter lead. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. Extra point try now from Lutz. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. Well, that right there is going to draw some significant ire from his coach. Close game, and he makes a critical mistake committing that personal foul.
Yeah, you're already fighting to erase the deficit. You cannot afford to give that offense gifts like that.
First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And the Broncos take over on his 5th interception of the season.
This is a lonely place. And I don't know how many walking the planet have thrown 5 picks, but I'll raise my hand. I did it in an Apple Cup. And it is a lonely, humbling feeling. Everything that could go wrong, well, it's gone wrong for this quarterback today, and I hope that's the last time we see him throw a pass in this one.
Okay, ready?
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Come on.
In motion right is Mims. A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Nothing for him on that play as we've hit the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 2nd down at the 7-yard line.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Ready?
Running it again with Dobbins. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning. We've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. The Raiders go a nickel on this 3rd down.
Here we go.
Going for the first with Dobbins. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense that just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Bertolet able to knock it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
Good looking return here, and he's got room. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's going to get past the 40 before he goes out. 1st and 10. Got to score immediately here. Only 1 timeout left, and that clock winding down. Setting up a throw. Chased out to his right. Trying to push it deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
19.
Working inside the red zone. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal, and I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in, and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a 1st down pass play can, and certainly was effective.
Approaching the final minute here, they need to find a way to defy the odds and get this back. And this one's covered by the Broncos hands team. Ooh, had to have that onside kick. Got 1 timeout, but not much time left. This one kind of feels like it's over.
Not a whole lot they can do, but you can't give up. Not a time to look at the clock. You got that 1 timeout. You got to do all you can and really hope and pray this offense fumbles the snap or screws it up here in the final minutes. Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. The Broncos to a knee and let the clock run out on this win.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
Got it. Ready?
After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. He'll go to a knee to close this one out, Brock, and it's only fitting that he's holding the ball in the end after the absolutely tremendous game that he had.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hope.